This is the Penn Women's Center at the University of Pennsylvania. We had this goal to create a kitchen, and of course, we wanted it to be as green as possible. Given that everything that Penn is doing from the top down to make this campus a really green model, amongst other universities, we wanted to sort of jump on board that really important bandwagon and say, hey, okay, if we're building a kitchen, let's make it as green as it can possibly be. So then there were a series of conversations with folks in facilities, and they were really fun because I would sort of suggest some humble greenness and they would out-green me. And I always say it was like we were playing green poker. And every time I put down a card, they would raise me on it. And so we ended up with this sort of goal of doing all kinds of things I hadn't even thought about. So for example, all the rainwater now is captured, goes into a tank in the basement, is purified, and then pumped back out and flushes the toilet. And it also feeds a line that goes out to the garden. So we have a new garden tap, so we can water our garden from this water, which means we're not flushing the toilet with potable drinking water. All the cabinetry you're looking at here is made out of recycled timber. So this is an old black walnut tree that had to come down because of storm damage. These are pallet inserts from an industrial pallet. Most pallets aren't reused. And these knobs, which don't match, you'll notice on every single cupboard door and on the drawers, these are all from an architectural salvage store. This is a convection stovetop. They're really common in Europe, and they are just starting to catch on here in the United States. One of the wonderful things about them is that it's quite hard to burn yourself, but the most important thing about them is that they use so much less electricity than any standard stove. Worms are busy at work taking all our food scraps and turning them into really beautiful compost, which we will then be able to use on our garden. So underneath here, there are little wriggling red worms, and they are very busy because what they do is they take all these food scraps and they eat it, and then they'll give us lovely compost. So once we decided we wanted to build a green kitchen, we looked around to see how this would be feasible and found out about the Green Fund grant. And Penn Green Fund grants, you can apply, any student, faculty or staff member can apply for one, and they cover all kinds of projects from the really small to the fairly large. And so we were successful in applying for a Green Fund grant for this kitchen. And one of the arguments that we made was that it would be a sort of real living learning place. And we thought that that was a really essential piece to add in to try and get that student excitement around what sustainability looks like and how much fun it can be and how easy it can be to make your lifestyle more sustainable.